Good morning, y'all. Put the hat on to keep the sun out of my eyes. Yes, good morning, y'all. Due to popular demand, the deleted videos, I'm gonna do some talking about accents and dialects now again. Maybe I'll do a better job of doing it now. So let's go to goose. Someone wrote that no Southerner can pronounce the word goose correctly, as well as the word dirt. And so, how do you all pronounce goose? Goose. I'd say goose. And dirt, too. No Southerner can pronounce the word dirt correctly, quote unquote, someone wrote. Problem is, like North Carolina, the researchers found that state has 105 accent zones. Now, accent zones that's just one state out of a dozen southern states. Just imagine how many variants. Someone wrote, she's from the South, she has a thick accent, but there's a number of areas in the South where their accent she cannot understand. So, well, there's a sawmill video, Out of the Woods. The man is from East Tennessee, near Johnson City. And he had a video where he was working with a grader, scraping dirt. So I listened to his pronunciation of that word maybe 10 times. No? Sounds right to me. It sounds just like dirt. Well, let's see. I was reminded that I should go back to making an accent video when sitting at the Black Dog Cafe. I overheard a guy talking. I couldn't understand a single word he said. It literally, and I mean literally, sounded like this. Once in a while, a word or two would emerge from that swamp. Perfect pronunciation of English. He looked Caucasian European. Where was he from? I have no idea. Once in a while, 4 or 5 words would come out, then go back into, or can't even imagine. He must have talked for 10 or 15 minutes, and it was interesting. And I had the same experience of listening to a video of a Rochesterian business owner, the same thing. Blah, blah, blah. Then I discovered in South Florida, Central Florida, a lot of the younger kids do that too. 2 girls talking with each other, going blah, 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 blah. They must have said maybe 50 words in seconds. And they understood each other, these 2 girls. And, my hearing is not that bad. So, there's just so many variants of accents. Myself, in the Southern accent, the feelings and emotions appear through all the words. The Northern peoples, especially in the cities, I heard this phrase a number of times when I lived in Ithaca, and Finger Lakes. Oh, my wife does all my feelings for me. And so that makes a big cramp in the person's psychology because they cannot process their inner life so well if the feeling equation part is missing. And there's another great divide in America over the word W-A-T-E-R. How is that pronounced? Are you, each of you all who watch this, are you a water person or a water person? Matter. I say water myself. Atlanta. Try to see what other words of that family I can immediately think of. I can't think of anything right now. There's thousands of words for that. Let's see, what else here before my video gets too long? Accents change, accents. I did learn something amazing. I discovered last month that one of my two grandfathers was Scotch-Irish. I always assumed Scotland and Ireland were Celtic. Everyone knows that Scotland is Celtic. No. The Scotch-Irish area where they immigrated from southwestern Scotland, they came from Germany. They're from Germanic tribes. Whole completely different background. Duh. And anyway, and I wondered too that the rumor and legends in Ireland is that they are the lost tribe of Israel. Duh. I can hear the laughter now in academia. They did discover that the early Druidian religious ceremony symbols were very, very close to the ancient Jewish religious practice of Judea back 1500 BC or so. Why was that so? Well, one day, a pub owner wanted to enlarge his parking lot. And when the bulldozer scrapers scraped the dirt aside, they saw a flat stone about 8 or 9 foot long and wide, like a cover of something. So they lifted off this flat rock and found, oh yes, it was the cover of a tomb with a skeleton in the area under it. No artifacts, just bones. They could get DNA out of it, and they knew that they could date it about 1500 BC. This was Southern Ireland. This was some of the first people to come to Ireland from somewhere. The Celtic tribes from West Russia and Poland and that area. Well, this man had 30% of his DNA being of a certain rare type that's only found in old Israel, 1500 AD people. He was part Jewish. This was an academic paper. They took notice. The rumors are probably right. That lost tribe probably went northward and mixed and mingled with the tribes that later became the Celtic people. Well, the earth is a huge mixing pot. So, oh yes, back to accents before I leave here, because I'm pushing 10 minutes. It used to be every city in the South had a slightly different accent. Here in Tallahassee, when I first came to school here, someone told me that he could tell a Jacksonville accent and tell a Pensacola accent and a Tallahassee accent, but now they sort of get a little mixed up. So I suspect every northern city has a slightly different accent. I suppose Portland and Seattle, slightly different northwestern accent. And of course, you've got the family accent, the small town accent, one's own personal accent. Makes for an interesting mix. So I'm up to 10 minutes now, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. Goodbye.